Can you hear it when they talk?
Yeah.
It's loud.
I can hear it right now, yeah.
Hello.
Y'all ready?
Hello.
Y'all ready for this?
All right. Ready? 3, 2. Welcome back to Nights Like This, guys. I'm Ali.
I'm Ness.
I'm Kayla.
I'm Kayla.
The Kaylas.
Okay.
We the duo.
Okay, I know this is hella random, but I was thinking about this when we were downstairs, right? Okay, first off, have you ever used a strap?
I've used it, but not on me.
No. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I've never asked anyone this, and I really want to know is like, what was it like your first time doing it? Because I'm gonna tell you something. I thought it was hella funny. Like,
Well, you thought you were going, but you didn't.
well, yes,
It was all.
it was air.
Oh, you were going hardcore?
Yes, I was. You know what she said? She said, "You're not in," and I was like, "What?" She said, "You're not in." I was like, dude, I was.
And you were going ham.
I was going ham, and I thought I was it. I thought I was him, bro,
Yeah,
and it wasn't even in.
Ooh,
That wasn't the first time though. It was like
It
down
happens.
the line.
It happens.
So someone called you out on it?
No, I mean, it never happened on me,
Just
but
let it happen.
I heard about it. But
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Guilty as charged. I'm sorry. It
I've
sucks.
heard of stories though of like other people that I know.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That never happened to you?
No, like I think it's because like I've never really used it either. But I mean, when the times I did, I've never had a problem.
Okay. Wait,
Yeah.
Kayla, since you're like buying stuff, have you or would you ever let somebody? Hypothetically.
Use a strap on me?
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
Because I feel like a part. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Backtrack. When you get a new partner, are you using the same one or are you changing it up?
We're buying a new one.
What do you do with the old one?
Yeah, that's
Throw it
weird.
away.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
weird.
That's
I don't
weird.
think you should keep the same. I mean, I understand people's like, they're like, well, they're expensive, but like,
That's sketchy.
They are
I
expensive.
don't know. Like, I just think about it like it's like plastic, like it's absorbing, like.
I mean, you can boil it. I mean,
But
No, that stuff melts, bro.
oh, I that's why I don't know. Like I said, I buy new ones.
yeah,
I
you
had
better
a
be
lot.
using a condom
Yeah.
or something on that.
Yeah, I think some people I know, like they use condoms.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wouldn't do that, but it's because I'm like the type to like, why am I using plastic over plastic?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, bro.
But it does make sense, like for
I'm gonna tell you.
Protection.
using it with
Yeah.
multiple
I'm
partners.
gonna tell you something right now. If you put a condom on a strap, it breaks because of
It's like
yeah.
yeah.
that shit gets stuck in. You're like fishing it out. You're just like.
Sorry.
That's a wild.
I'm just saying. All right, I don't
It's
know.
like rug burn.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know from experience. I don't know.
Allegations, no.
All
You were
right.
supposed to answer a question. What question did you ask her? Oh, if you would.
Oh, if you would, if
Yeah.
you would.
Coming
answered
from
it.
like my perspective, I think it like it varies from different bisexuals.
Like,
I
would
don't know,
you would you want to like do it to a girl, or would you want a girl to do it to you?
I don't think a girl would know if she would get strapped. You feel?
What?
I feel like you would
don't
know
know.
if you would want to strap a girl or not. I feel like I don't know. Like either you have it in you, or like I wouldn't know what that looks like or what that feels like. You know?
Oh.
That's
You're
what I mean.
curious, huh?
Yeah.
Can you explain to them what the knee thing is?
I don't know. What's the knee thing?
Like. Never mind. Never
like, are
mind.
you rubbing your knee on some girl's panocha?
What is a panoche?
Big
A
bag.
pepe.
You're
Yes.
Like, are you like on top? Like,
How do you
running
know
your
that?
knee?
You're.
It's not just a gay thing, I think. Like if you're.
No. It's just like getting like the little touch going.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what's crazy when you were telling me that? Did you know if you go to like a sex store or whatever, they have like
The
knee straps.
Yeah.
And I'm like boom.
I know.
Boom.
dog
Corn dog. No, riding a bicycle.
It's leg day. It's leg day.
Yeah, I didn't know there was like a toy for your knee.
Yeah, bro.
know,
Yeah,
A
bro.
lot.
Wow.
I was wondering too, cause I'd be in there looking like this is new. Like, what's next? Your elbow? Nah, I'm just playing.
No, your head. You're a fucking rhino.
Yeah, personally, I don't think I don't think I could picture myself strapping someone.
No, you wouldn't ever be curious though.
I mean, yeah, there's curiosity there. I feel like if I'm talking to someone and they're like, "Oh, I would like to do that with you," then I'd be kind of open-minded to it, you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
But it's
wait,
never crossed my mind.
Wait, first link, are you letting someone do that though?
First link?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, because I feel like some girls, they be underneath the impression, like, say if it's first link, right? And they don't want to say no. And most girls will go along with it and they'll be like, sure. Or yeah. And then, like, they try to act into it so that they want to further their relationship. And sometimes girls be going the extra mile. And I'm just like, damn, you just met this person.
This is a really good little link way into. I want to ask you, what do you consider a body count for yourself?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
We haven't talked about this?
Yeah, but not with her.
Yeah, with me.
Okay.
Just like if I sleep with someone.
No,
I
what
would,
is
like,
considered
would I-
sleeping though? Because me and her have had this debate, and because you are bisexual as well, you can tap in. What is a body count for a girl for you?
Hooking
that's a hard
up. No,
question.
like
I feel like it only counts as a body if, like,
insert
there's an
some
O
song.
there. You know what I mean?
Okay,
There's
okay,
an O.
okay, that's valid. Okay, that's
Yeah.
valid. So like, as long as there's O there, that's a body count.
Yeah.
Okay, so because me and her had this debate, and we've had it for a very long time, and we're still debating this to this day.
Yeah.
I count, using
Yeah.
as a body count. A lot of people say no.
Because it's not like, but it's still from.
But you're saying that if you just and if I'm using my fingers, then that's still considered.
Well, I think, like, fingers... Wait, fingers, right? You're
It's
talking about
different for
fingers.
us though. Yeah.
I feel like if there's penetration involved, it could be a body, but, like, definitely an O is a body. Like, that's, like, you're experiencing that.
Some lesbians are scissoring.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
counts
how
too.
what I
That's
think.
I'm saying,
I think
an
like
O.
that's like the most intimate thing you can do with a girl.
Yeah, it's scissoring. It's a
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah. But a lot of lesbians don't
do that.
scissor, and
Yeah.
that's wild to me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like
I mean,
and people like there's a very big part I feel like of the community that's like
I think they
that's,
think it's a
like-
myth. That's why, you
Yeah.
know, like they don't get off on it. You
Yeah.
know, but they're probably not angled right.
That you gotta get the angle right. I'm telling you right now, it's part of
The
it.
bounce wrong.
Okay, fine. Is licking a body count?
It's just licking. I just see it as licking. I don't know.
But if you owe from it, then
It's like-
technically no.
Oh, well, yeah, you're just...
It's like
you know
eating
what?
out.
The way you bring it
Like,
up is like if you're doing
satisfaction.
this without the O, then I'm like, I don't know if that's like a...
so basically orgasm I mean if you think about it in the sense of like the end goal of any sexual activity is an orgasm for both
So
people.
if that's
it
like
should be.
the angle.
But
Yeah.
a lot of them don't get it. I know
Yeah.
a lot of straight girls don't get
Yeah.
satisfaction from.
That's true though. So like if they're getting penetrated by
Oh man.
a man,
Actually,
and
we
no
were
orgasm.
we were talking about this downstairs.
The body. Nah.
Mom,
Damn. Who was it? Okay, I can't
Downstairs.
remember. One of us downstairs had said that we've never orgasmed. Who was it?
from what?
It
Penetration?
was someone that's
In
not
general.
in this video today. Redette.
Oh, fuck.
I know she's not
Dude.
here.
Oh my
she
god.
She never.
She said she's never...
She said she's never.
Okay,
She
well we
gay.
gotta like change the subject. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we'll save that for next
okay.
time she's
Okay,
here.
okay, yeah.
you can't put that in.
What?
That.
Okay.
And anyways,
Oh.
Should I ask one of my questions?
Yeah. My
Okay.
bad. I was hella blanking out. I was like,
I was like, all I was
like-
thinking was orgasm. I was like, I don't know where to put this.
Okay. Wait. Before I ask, is everyone here the oldest?
yes.
Sibling?
Yeah. Are you
I
the
am.
oldest?
No, I'm the middle.
Oh, that's perfect. See, I made this question for like because I know you and Redette are like not the oldest. Oh, I wish she was. Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
Oh.
did you feel like you needed to take on a role as being another parent, And if you're a younger sibling, did you see your older sibling more as a parental role than the sibling?
I don't know, cause me and my sister were like close in age, so we were always together. Like I don't see her. I mean,
Bro, can I just interject real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Growing up with you and your sister, I feel like you took care of your sister more.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Interestingly, that my opinion.
cause I feel like I was more not mature, but I don't know,
Like, were you more of like a decision maker? Is that
yeah,
what, yeah.
like, and I'm very organized with things, so I want things a certain way, like, and I like to follow the rules, you know. So, and she didn't, and I was trying to watch for her, you know, like
Yeah.
her best, you know.
For me, what was the question? It was something about like.
Well, since you're the oldest
Yes.
child, like, did you feel like you needed to step in, like, as a second, like, role of parenting, like, for your siblings?
I don't feel like I needed to step in. I feel like I was already given that role from a young age because my mom, I've talked about it a little bit. I don't think I went more into depth, but my mom had me when she was really young. And then, so when she had me when she was really young, I was about 6 years old, 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old. And then she had my brother, which put him at basically like, you know, like a few months till 1 years old. And because my mom was so young, I don't know what she was doing. I haven't really asked her about this, but she was probably either going to school or hanging out with friends mostly. And so I was always stuck at home watching my brother. And the thing is too is like technically I was supervised. I want to say technically because my grandma, she used to work we used to live with my grandma, and she used to work graveyards until she was sleeping during the day, you know what I mean? And then like she was gone during the night. And my mom, I don't remember her ever being home for whatever reason. She was never home. And so I was always left alone watching my brother. And then growing up, I just kind of had that motherly role of like, they would always tell me though too, like I was a little kid, they'd be like, oh, can you make sure you feed your brother if he starts crying? This is what happens when he cries. You either change his diaper or feed him a bottle or whatever. And then growing up, it kind of transitioned to me basically like raising him, where it's like, oh, I have to protect this person because no one else can do it, because no one else, basically I felt like, yeah, the parent, like the only person that had his back was me, because at that time I don't think his dad was around either, and then my mom wasn't around, and then my grandparents weren't around, and I was like, the only person that he knows is me. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but growing up, he never would talk to anybody. He would only talk to me.
Yeah, he's comfortable with
So
you.
at some point, it did flip to where you, like, it just became the norm for you then?
Yeah. And two is like my brother is kind of like, he literally won't talk to anybody but me. So like, let's say like he wanted food or something, he would whisper it to me, and then I would pass that message along. Like he didn't feel comfortable talking to anybody but me, so I was always his voice. And so like for a long time, like I feel like I was very like this is like my brother, like, you know what I mean? And so, and I remember there was times though too where I'd be like, where the hell is he? Like, and I would just be like me at times. And I will say, when I was younger too, I was very self-aware. And so when I would go to my dad's side of the family, sometimes he would come with me, sometimes he wouldn't. But even when I was like at my dad's side of the family, I was always wondering like, oh, like I wonder where he's going or whatever.
He's always with, RJ.
Yeah.
Cause I was around you when you were babysitting a lot, and I would always go, and you guys would be alone, you know, and you guys would be in the backyard doing some bullshit, you know. Like, yeah, there was no one around. Like I said, like, I remember we went to Poplar. Was it with your nanang and tatangs?
Oh, my grandma's.
Yeah, and like we went because Mang Leah, your mom, took us. And we ended up spending the night there because she didn't end up coming back or something.
Yeah.
And, like, we were just like pretty much doing shit on ourselves, you know.
Yeah,
like,
and that's the thing too, is the era that we grew up in, cell phones weren't really a thing, or house phones. And so like there wasn't a time where you could be like, hey, like I'm not coming home tonight. So like it was always me like just kind of staying
like
up
last-minute
and then falling asleep and
waking up in the morning. And
or sometimes I remember it would be like 4 or 5 in the morning and I'm being carried into the car.
yeah, that's what I remember.
That's what what I remember growing up, is like always kind of being passed around.
Yeah, because you guys were always in Farmersville too.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only
we were
reason.
everywhere.
Yeah.
We were Porterville, Farmersville, like Visalia, like we were just like really just kind of bouncing around.
Like, whoever can babysit, you know?
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that like people always say, like, have you heard that guys is saying that like it takes a village to raise a
some kids,
like literally I was raised in a village, bro, because so many people took care of me, and that's why I feel like I'm so diverse, because there's a lot of different people that took care of me who had different music tastes, who had different style, like different lifestyles, and it was very interesting growing up. But I feel like for me too, I feel like that's why I'm I don't know, when you first met me, did you think I was closed off because I didn't know if you were gonna stay or not? Like, I feel like I have a lot of commitment issues because
she
of
just
it.
has a lot of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like emotions aren't something that's very like talked about, I feel like, in especially like your mom's side of the family.
I think that's an Asian thing,
and I really do think
it
it's an Asian thing, and like just being like very open about like your feelings, or being just emotionally intelligent, and knowing like, hey, like I'm angry because of this, or I'm like, you know, feeling this way because of this, and being able to explain those things. I feel like you didn't really have that because you never really had anybody like you know, really show you what that means
to express yourself. That's how
or even being like able to express yourself without repercussion of like, well, why are you acting like this? Like it's all like anger based, you know.
But going back to basically like if I felt like that parental role, I feel like that bled into a lot of other things. And like, you know, I forgot one of the podcasts that we were talking about previously, and how I was telling you like I would always stick up for you guys. I feel like that basically moved on into like other people, like me always being the protector for everybody else.
Well, even like the younger brothers like that you have, like when you got older, because
I raised them too, so like
we raised them like especially her youngest brother, we kind of raised them together for like a lot of his younger childhood, because we were the ones that were there, and like, you know, we had more time, you know. So I don't know. Like,
and how would you answer that question?
Well, I only have one younger sister. I definitely feel like I took over the parental role, just because my mom wasn't really involved with my life when she was younger. She was always focused on like whoever she was with at the time. And so like when she had my sister is also disabled too, so she had a lot of just not guilt, but also like kind of like regret, I feel like, with having my sister, because she kind of was pressured in it with my stepdad, because he's the one who wanted kids and my mom didn't want any more kids because I was already 12 at the time. And so when she had her, like I was the one staying up like a lot of the times with her, like, you know, like when she was a baby, and then like as it progressed, like, and then we found out she had autism, like my mom would try and like project a lot of her insecurities about my sister having disabilities onto me, and being like, oh, you don't love her because of this, or you know. So like I was very like, I'd be the one that was taking care of her, and like taking care of my mom too. So, and I feel like for a long time that was my role, is like taking care of my mom and her emotions, and trying to regulate hers, regulate my own, and then regulate my sister's.
It's so much to go through, like, you know.
Yeah.
What about you? Because you're older?
I'm the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's the oldest.
I always forget.
Yeah, for me, it's like, it's different based on my siblings. Like, I don't know if my sister sees me in that way, in that light, you know? But I definitely feel like I felt more like a parental figure toward my little brother, because he's like 6 years younger than me. My sister's like not that far behind me. She's like 2 years, you know? So me and her, like, we're kind of raised together, but he was raised like later on. And so when he came into the picture, I was like immediately changing diapers and stuff, like taking care of him. And it got to a point where he would only listen to me. Like if my mom told him to do something, he wouldn't listen, but if I did, he would listen to me. So I kind of felt like a little bad about it, in a sense, like that I had to step up.
I feel like that comes with like respect, in a sense of like you like connecting with them before you're telling them, hey, you're doing something wrong. Yeah.
They get comfortable with you. Because me and my brother are 8 years apart, and but he feels comfortable with me. Like if he needs to ask,
they
for
feel
something,
safe, and that's the difference. I feel like between like being the oldest and like being able to like redirect it, like, hey, like you're gonna either listen to me or not. Like I understand, like, you know, you're in this situation, like part of your life, but like I don't think you should do that, or like I think you're being wrong in this sense.
Because I think coming from a parent's perspective, you know, but like, yeah, like I feel like parents are more to judge, you know, about certain things that you do, and
they're like harsh.
Especially older gen, because again, I think it has a lot to do with like emotional intelligence and like taking that step back.
I do have kind of another question. I guess it's more for you because you were like a military brat, like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And like your dad wasn't like around.
He was, but he disciplined us to a certain, like, where we did something, like if we messed up or if we like did something, he would like let us know, like we messed up and we better like pay the consequences, you know, like. Oh, he would get us in trouble. Me and Valerie couldn't even laugh at night. Because,
dude, I feel that. You know how many times we would get yelled at
for laughing,
bro? He's like, "Why are you guys laughing? Go to sleep." And I'm just like, "All right."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'd be scared.
Like,
I'd be like,
me and Valerie, like we were like fucking around. I don't know, but we got like a fly swatter, and you know the restroom at Farmersville house, like the light bulbs. Okay, well, we saw a freaking mosquito, and Valerie, it was like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And Valerie got the fly swatter, and the light was on because we leave the light on because it was like for the nightlight or whatever.
Yeah, you were scared. I remember that, bro.
And then Valerie like swat like the fly swatter
at 2 a.m.
Yeah, and it hit the light bulb, and the light bulb was on, so it went like fire. Like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and all you hear is like all the glass breaking. Yeah. And my dad's room was right there by the restroom. And he's all like, he got up, he's all, why the fuck are you guys like fucking playing around and shit? Like it's 2 a.m. And then Bar's all, I'm just trying to get a mosquito. And he's all, you guys shouldn't even play with that shit. But I mean,
bro,
and we were laughing. So me and Bar were laughing, bro. We were like,
so funny.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such like a universal like child thing.
Bro, have you seen those bug killers, but it's like a tennis?
Oh,
yeah,
like a zapper?
Like a tennis zapper?
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know what that was until I fucking touched it.
Oh.
I literally was looking at it, right? I was like, dude, this is a cool tennis thing. And I was like 12. And I was literally messing with it, like watching the light turn on and off, and I'm just messing with it, right? And I was like, I heard the noise, like, you know, the zzz, and I was like, what the and I like touched it, and it burnt me, and I fucking threw it, and I was like, what the fuck?
Remember my dad would catch those June bugs, and he put one on your hair, and you were like running around the house crying.
Why did my grandma do that?
Why do people play with June bugs, bro? That's not funny.
No,
that's just scary.
My aunt has a deadly she's deadly afraid of them, but that happened to me with my grandparents, and she freaking put it in my hair. So you know they're sticky. So and I couldn't get it out, and I was literally running around like that too, trying to get it out of my hair, and I was like, no,
so nasty.
And then they like shake, you know, they make the sound, and it's like right by your ear.
They're huge. Right? My dad used to tie them with floss, and we would fly them.
What is that, bro?
I've never seen a June bug.
You've never seen a June bug, bro?
They're huge.
Bro.
It's like a beetle. Mm-hmm. They're brown. They have little they look like little cockroaches.
They call them
like those big
abals or
Yeah, I've never seen one.
Yeah, you don't want to see one.
They used to come out in the summertime. Yeah.
That's why they're called June bugs.
They stick on the screen doors and shit.
What's it called? Do you guys remember did you guys ever egg houses and stuff, like in high school and stuff?
No.
No?
No.
Are you
never
egged?
Yeah. I don't think. I think I just dinged out ditch, and I think I toilet papered once.
I don't know.
You guys never did stuff like that?
No.
I wouldn't waste eggs in toilet paper.
She would let eggs go rotten.
Okay. No, okay. Hold on. Pause. So at the time, I had little brothers, as you guys know, and my mom would get WIC. But my mom didn't cook. We always went out to eat because she doesn't know how to cook.
Those Vienna sausages, man. You eat those.
Dude, oh my God. That's a Vienna sausage, bro. Okay, so I remember me and my friends, we used to get I used to get the eggs. I had the eggs. I was a plug. And we used to okay, so what we would do is in our high school, we used to have like prank wars. And so that's what all the kids would do is we would, like, coming from a small town, we would just go to everyone's houses because everyone lived close, and we would all be in cars, and we would just be like egging houses. So we would egg houses, we would what is it called? Toilet paper houses. Yeah. We would saran wrap cars. We would put shredded paper on wet grass. Dude, I remember this one time.
I feel like we low-key have talked about this before.
Have we?
I don't know.
There was this one time where, like, we were doing some house in a different city, and a car, like, followed us. He caught us while we were, like, toilet papering. So this house was a corner house, and they had 3 pillars in their front yard, and then they had a basketball court, and then they had, like, the street pole, because it was a corner house. And we literally toilet papered that whole thing, so we literally made, like, a big old, like, mess of it. And then we saran wrapped the car, and then we put shredded paper on their grass, and then we egged it.
Can you imagine being the person that wakes up to that? I would have been like,
I think that would have been my last straw. I would have been like, bro, just
I'm calling out.
I'm not going to work.
I'm staying home.
Dude, I would sit and stare at a wall.
Dude, okay.
I'd be like, so this is not real right now.
There's only 3 of us. One of our friends was in the car. She went in the car and she started driving away slowly. She was going like 5 miles per hour. And me and my friend are holding toilet paper in our hands, and we're running and we're chasing after the car because we got caught. One of the neighbors saw us, and he was like gonna get out of his car. So my friend's already driving off, and we're freaking running after the car trying to get in. And we jump in the window, and she speeds off, and this car follows us to like the next town over in the country, and we were going like 100 in the country,
and they were just
in the 55 road. They were following us, bro, and they would not leave us alone. And I was like, damn. I mean, I'm sure he was trying to get close enough to get our license plate, but we were speeding, and we were in high school, dude. That's what happens when you give kids a car and eggs.
No. Yeah. That's actually like, I don't know.
We didn't do that stuff when I had a car. I just picked you up and we went places.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Places.
Okay. So, but, bro, we used to do dumb stuff when we were younger too.
Y'all were doing drugs.
No.
Be for real.
No.
Be so for real.
We were doing some crazy stuff. We would do stupid stuff.
Sniffing Molly. Who does that?
Bro, no. We would literally, so we would try and jump over cars, bro. She had a car, and we would literally stand in the middle of the road, and she would go, and we would try jumping over the car, and most of the time we just landed on the hood.
Oh my god!
Like, we would do stupid stuff like that, or like there was like what is it called, like a ditch, and like there's like a pole, there's like a pipe that goes across it, and we would try scooting. We were like literally scooting our asses on it, and there was water on it. Like there was some stuff that we probably shouldn't have been doing. I'm trying to think of what else we would do. We would just do like random things, but like I don't know. I feel like generations now are so different. Like they don't know like what to do with themselves. I'm like, bro, you just go outside and get yourself into some trouble. Like,
dude, I wish I could do that, but my dad, whenever he was home, he was so strict. I could not even go out.
My parents are strict too.
Like there was a point where we couldn't even see you guys.
Bro, well, I mean, did you ever sneak out? Like you never thought in your mind? Exactly.
The one and only time I snuck out was when he wasn't around.
Oh, okay.
Dude, because I wore like extensions in high school, I would sneak out and I would put like this stuffed animal with my hair. It worked? Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Bro, I would sneak out with my mom's car, and then I would fill it up with gas so she didn't know that I took it. But then I remember there was this one day where I didn't move the seat back. And then, but they never... It
was the boyfriend, though.
No, my mom's boyfriend. He was all like, why is this seat like this, right? And then he was smart because I remember one time my mom and him were leaving, and he goes... He leaves the keys right there, right? He's like, I'm counting the miles, by the way. And I was like, fuck. He got my ass. That's smart, bro. He was like, I know you filling up the gas and I know you're moving the seat back, but I can count the miles. And I was like, damn. And I remember one time I got caught. I had like one foot in the window and one hand like in the door trying to like, because the window was kind of high. So I'm over here like this in the windshield. And he was just like,
windshield
or the window, and he's like, go ahead and close the door when you come in. I'm like, damn. But it's cool though because he never had he never told my mom. But it's just crazy to think about because when I was like doing all that stuff, he was like 27.
Yeah, young,
28.
wild.
So like honestly,
and she was,
and that's
what, you were like 16.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like 16, 15.
Yeah.
So like honestly, like when I think back at that age, I'm like, damn, if I was 27 and I had like a step kid essentially that was doing that, I think I'd do the same thing and just be like, bro,
That's not my business.
Yeah, it's not my. Turn away. Look the other way.
yeah, yeah.
Unless it was your actual blood default,
Yeah.
like then, like if it was Manglia, that was fine. Like counting the miles and shit.
Yeah.
It would have been different.
But like honestly, like my mom always told me, she was like, you know what, like I know like you used to do like some dumb stuff in high school or whatever, but like I'm not gonna tell you anything because I had you when I was young and I was doing crazier stuff than you were doing now. So like I'm not gonna tell you nothing because I can't.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? How do you guys feel about that? Like that saying about like I can't tell you something because I did. And do you guys believe in that, or do you think she should have been more of like, oh well, I did this. Maybe you shouldn't do that either.
My dad told me before he was all like, I was young too, like cause
Yeah.
you know how I hide. Well, I don't hide that I smoke weed. It's just that I don't want to disrespect them because I know they're so against it.
Yeah.
But they know
Yeah.
I smoke weed.
You just try to be respectful.
Yeah, but like it's because my dad, he would just say like random stuff like, I know you smoke weed, like I like don't like hide it, you know.
Yeah.
But it's because I even told him, I was like, I don't like bring it up over here because it's just out of respect for you.
Do you
Yeah.
think your dad is different now than he was when you were younger?
Yeah.
I was like, because I can see
Yeah.
that too. The first time I met him compared to the last time
He's more lax.
he seems more chill.
But it's because he was younger back then, and like he was still in the military, and
Yeah.
everything was
Yeah.
so intense. Like I said, I didn't know him. Like like we didn't have a good relationship. But
Yeah.
like I feel like the older I got, and since he retired, I was like I got to know him more. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, he's very lovable. Like this is
Yeah.
where like he's very nice. Like he's
Yeah.
nicer than I've ever like.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was going through the police academy and stuff, the stress, I can only imagine the stress that he went through in the military. The stress really does change you.
Yeah.
Like like especially getting yelled at and having like higher chain of command like that, it really does change you, bro, because like
They're basically degrading you as a person.
Yeah.
and then you
Their
feel the
job.
need to like project that onto like other people around you,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Because you don't have control of what's happening outside of
Yeah.
your own environment.
Yeah.
But like going back to what you're talking about, I don't think I could really like place myself in your position because like growing up, I was always told like do as I say, don't do as I do. So I never got that like that kind of talk with my parents. They're
Like you
strict.
never felt comfortable like coming to them with things.
I never did.
I never felt comfortable. It's because like the stuff I do, I know is bad. So I don't want to not embarrass them. I don't want them to worry. You know,
Yeah.
like because I know what I'm doing is
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing. But
Yeah.
I mean to each, you know,
I think once I hit my 20s is when I started telling my mom stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
know
couldn't
what's
tell her stuff.
crazy is that as much as you like were like you're very like, oh, I'm gonna think of like how they're gonna feel about this.
Yeah.
For me, I was more of, you know what, I'm an individual person. I'm gonna put myself first. I'm gonna experience life how I want to experience life. And I feel like this is I don't know if I've talked about this before, but like I feel like when you tell someone you can't do it, they're gonna do it more. But because my mom was so laxed, I feel like I was more of like, okay, like maybe I shouldn't do it, like, but I'm gonna do it. Like, you know what I mean? But there has been thoughts where like maybe I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it.
It helps you regulate.
Yeah, but if she told me like, no, you can't do this, oh, I'm gonna do it
it.
100%.
Yeah, like who are they to tell me what it's my life? Like they're not gonna live their life through me. You know, it's
Yeah. And as much as like I want to say like my mom was like young, I feel like I would have been like more like she wouldn't care anyways. If I would have got in trouble, she would have just been like So like I feel like I didn't really have consequence at the time. And so like for me it was like as long as I don't die and as long as I don't go to jail, I think I'm fine. But honestly, have any one of you guys ever been to jail? Like drunken nights or something like that? No.
I've never been to jail. I've only been
try to
in a
avoid
cop car.
I try to avoid getting that much trouble. Like I know my limit.
Yeah.
To a certain, you
I'm
know?
not gonna lie, I've thought about it a few times, and that's something that I would like to experience one time in my life.
To go to jail for what?
For like,
I feel
like
that's some shit, you know.
I don't know, just for something stupid, like something stupid that you would do
I'll be
when
in
you
there
were
for
young,
once.
like public intoxication, or like slapping someone at a club, or like just one time in my life, and I'm good. I just need to experience what it's like to be on the other side of
I don't
not.
think you'll survive.
You don't think I'll survive?
Yeah.
Nah.
I've seen those jail cells though. They're not that bad.
Yeah, but it's the
come for
people
you.
in the jail cells though.
Yeah,
They're kinda
They-
scary.
Like they tax everything, you know.
They what?
They tax you on everything.
They'll be taking your food. They'll be taking everything.
Yeah,
No, just a night in jail, not a whole time
Oh, a
sentence.
night?
A night, yeah. Just that's what, like that's what I'm saying. Like if I have a drunken night and they just want me to put me in the drunk tank,
Drunk tank?
yeah.
You'll hate it probably.
I don't know.
know.
I wouldn't know unless I try, right?
Yeah, same.
I don't
When
want
get
you to
locked
try
up,
it. That's scary.
She said. She just said right now, like, don't tell me not to do.
I don't know. You know,
Do
what?
it. Nah.
do it.
I feel like another
Fuck around
reason
and
why
find
like
out.
I would always like almost get into fights in clubs because I was like, yeah, if I go to club, if I get into a fight tonight and I go to jail, it's just for one night. It's not too bad.
hell
And I'm
no.
like, it's something I've wanted to experience. So if I get caught, I get caught.
You don't know if they press
Wait,
charges.
this reminds me of something.
Oh, you right.
Have you guys ever had like growing up, do you think you had an invincible mindset? Like, did you think that like nothing was actually gonna like touch you? Like, as far as like doing things and like, not to be so dark, but like death, like, you know, like not being scared of death, not being scared of consequences, not being scared
just being free.
of.
And
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Honestly, no, I'm afraid to like hurt myself. You know. Like,
Okay. So you're always thinking about the consequences.
Okay,
of your actions.
so are you saying like are you saying like
Like, I'm just gonna do it. Like, I want to experience this. Like, was
To a
there a
certain
point of your
extent.
life where you felt that way more?
but you know what? I don't think I necessarily agree with what you're saying because like I mean I feel like you put yourself. There's been situations where like you know like you get into fights. If you get into a fight, you
Oh,
know if
yeah.
you get knocked out, you might
Yeah, because
injure
I do
yourself
take
or
my
whatever.
chances.
But
yeah.
do you put yourselves in like similar situations now, or do you think that?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
because I have a lot to lose now. You know, because I depend on myself only. Who's gonna, you know, pay for my bills and raise, you know, like do I don't know, live my life, you know, because I'm not living it for anyone else. So I don't know, like it's just weird.
Damn,
Like,
Kayla, you then?
Huh?
You did you ever have an invincible mindset like or were you always conscious
I'm so
about your
conscious.
I was
Yeah.
always I think being raised like in a strict household, I was always thinking about like consequences because I was getting my ass whooped, dude, and I'd be
Yeah.
scared. I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna even chance it. And the times that I would do bad things, I knew I was gonna like. I always thought like it was like the dread.
I remember you would get scared. You'd be like, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm like, bro, relax.
Yeah, because I know because like in my state, when you have to face my dad, it's so fucking scary, especially
Yeah.
because it was always me. It was always me. And it doesn't matter if it was my siblings that did something bad; it would be blamed on me, and I'd get I would deal with it, you know. So it was like scary for
you
me
get,
all the
like,
time.
the harder part of it.
Yeah.
you know what? I never got like shit from my parents, but it's because I never did anything. But I feel like I did a lot of things because we were always out.
Yeah.
Like, but I never.
But they didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying though. I feel like sometimes me and you were in situations where it was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But like, I don't think you thought of the consequences. But like, let's say for example, those times where we used to go to like San Diego to go see some people or whatever. Like we're going at like 2 to 4 in the morning, bro, and
Just
like that's dangerous in itself. Driving alone, and we were
And
tired.
we were like young.
We were
like,
young and
babies.
we were tired. Like we would go to like there and back and like do a whole day. Like there was like we wouldn't go to sleep for like 36 hours, 48 hours and we're driving.
Cause we wouldn't
Like-
get no hotel. We didn't. We
No.
weren't working back.
No,
then,
we
you
were broke
know?
back then. I don't know
so
what we were doing
how
driving
did we
over
get
there.
money? How did we
I
get money
don't
for gas and all that?
Hey, well, you know, I'm not gonna lie though. My mom would give me. I'd be like, Mom, like I'm gonna go over there for the weekend, and so she would give me weekend money. You know what I mean? So like, another thing too, growing up is like my mom were like, she wasn't there for me physically, but she was there for me financially, and that's how she made up for like the time lost in a sense. And so like I was able to go do whatever.
Yeah, she did provide. So
Wait, if I had
Provider.
to like backtrack, growing up, I didn't like. I always felt like I had consequences, right? But I think when that whole situation of me like not being in my family house anymore, and I was alone and not like in my parents' control, like they didn't even check up on me. I was doing some fuck shit.
Okay,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Now that I'm thinking about
once
it,
you
yeah.
get once you get older, especially in your 20s, I feel like in your 20s is when you go through like a lot of fuck shit.
I was
bro.
doing some fuck shit at 18 because I got kicked out. So I was like,
Yeah.
no, you know, I'm gonna do all the things I couldn't do, and I like
Exactly.
overdid it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I feel like that's what happens with a lot of overbearing parents is that's what happens. And I feel like because my mom wasn't so strict with me, I kind of calmed down more when I was in our 20s, but it wasn't myself putting in situations. I feel like I was always somewhere where like some shit was happening, and I was like, dude, I'm literally just here as a bystander, and this is happening right now. And I'm just like, what the but then it really got to the point where I started thinking about like, damn, is this who I'm hanging out with right now, where like I'm caught up in situations like this that I shouldn't be? And then I had to like reevaluate, like, is this the people that I should be hanging out with? Probably not.
Yeah.
But I still hung out with them because they were fun.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Can you guys speak on that, of like having friends who were like not good for you, but like they were just fun, and you're just like,
oh yeah.
It's because I was like, I'd never been around that, so it was like adrenaline rush for me. You know?
Yeah. Oh my God, you put it perfectly. That is exactly what it is.
And once you get like adrenaline, like that feeling,
it feels good.
It feels real good.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's why you keep on doing it. That's why, like I said, I was like, I have conservative parents. You feel so like whatever I did in the outside, I was like, I thought it was fun because I was never around that.
You know what's crazy though is, have you guys ever heard about how do I explain it? It's about rich kids. I'm not saying that we're rich guys, but you know those people, those fortunate people who have everything, but then they act out.
Yeah, that always surprised me.
What is it called?
Snobby?
No, not snobby. There's a term for it where basically you grew up a certain way, and so now you're going to act out. So like that's why a lot of parents get pissed, because it's like, bro, I given you everything since you grow up, and then you want to act like this. It wouldn't be considered nepo baby, because nepo baby is like hella like you raised from money. I'm talking about like people who are just fortunate.
Oh, okay. So like basically like you were given like you didn't struggle at all. You were just like given like a.
It was just steady. It was just like a steady life. And then like you meet someone who was less fortunate than you, and then you choose that lifestyle over that because the lifestyle you had was too boring. I guess that's the best way I could put it, because when you think about it, like I always think about like we grew up and we didn't have money and this or that, but we weren't raised in like a really bad household.
We got what was needed. Clothes on our back and food, you know?
Yeah, but then there's people who had less than that.
Yeah.
And like
there was at least a borderline of stability there.
Yeah, because I've had friends who like did not have stability at all.
I had
and you have too, right? And I feel like me in high school was like I would try to help out as much as possible, but there's only so much that I can do. As a teenager. That's
why
I feel like the
givers.
Another thing with that is like, it's like, okay, how many times did you move as a kid? Like, I moved a lot.
You moved out.
I moved a lot, dude. Everywhere.
Can you actually tell me? I'm really curious because I know you guys moved a lot.
Like how many times we moved?
Yeah.
Or like where we moved?
How many times you moved?
I know we lived in Orosi at one point. We lived in Visalia, all over Fresno, pretty much. I think we moved around Fresno a bunch. Bakersfield.
Oh shoot, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we moved around a lot because my dad was always getting into shit, and we just had to leave, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just scary because my mom was like, "Man, you're getting locked up, and then you're leaving us here to deal with it. Now we're gonna move, you know."
Yeah.
Oh, that was hard growing up like that.
Like,
I can't even imagine doing
establishing yourself in like an environment with school growing up. I feel like is really hard because like you're coming and going from like different like clickiness of like schools.
Wait,
you know?
can I ask you about something like that? Because I mean, you grew up in the same school, right? Basically from growing up.
Yeah, kindergarten to not kindergarten. I think kindergarten, first grade to high school. So we all grew with each other. Like, we all know each other because it's a small town. But
yeah, because I moved pretty young to my town too, and then so did you. So like I
moved to my like hometown that I spent most of my time in 4th grade.
Okay, so mine was pretty young too.
Is
because you moved around so much, how did that affect school life? Like, what was that like? Because I really want to know what it's like in someone who's moved schools a lot. Because I always think about like people who go to different schools, and like there's people could go like two ways about it. I feel like is they can embrace the change and then like integrate themselves in different groups, or they can just put their head down and like not talk to anybody because you guys know you guys are gonna move again. Like what road did you take, and how does that work and stuff like that?
See, I've always wanted to make friends. Like I was always open to making friends, but I think me moving around a lot made it really hard for me to connect to someone. And then when it got to that point when I was like getting that connection, because I didn't have like everyone else had their cliques because they knew each other for so long. Because I was new, I ended up getting bullied instead. Yeah. So I had to deal with a lot of bullying. Like you saw, like I had to deal with so much bullying.
Yeah.
Wait, can you give me examples of why they were bullying you? Because
they see someone new and then they want to get to know me, but then I'm different, you know, and they don't like that, and they just I don't know why. Like
it's an easy target when you're new too.
It's like, why are they so pressed that I'm ugly? Like,
You know
not
what's
there.
crazy is like I was the opposite. Like in high school, if I would see a new kid, I would take him along. I'd be like, "Yo, like come here, bro. Like this is
Yeah,
that.
that's how I
Like
was.
whatever." And then like I get to know them, and then sometimes they're just like really weird, and I'm like,
That's not my. Yeah,
maybe.
I just showed you around, but you know, you're
Yeah,
not like.
I like to make them feel homey. Like if they have, I'm like, you have any questions, let me know. But like, I did see like a lot of people like kind of shun new people and like be very cliquey, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
I
at
don't like
all.
cliquey people in general. People are still like that, grown as fuck.
I know.
In their
it's
40s, in their
weird.
50s, in their whatever. Like, there's a lot of people that just never get out of that mindset, which
Okay,
is really gross.
Now that we're older, do you guys believe you can make new friends, or you guys not
Yeah.
making new friends?
I mean, I don't really mind. You know.
How do you make a new friend? What's that even?
I feel like it's easy if you're open minded to making new friends. There's a lot of people like our age though that close. They're just like they're cut off. You know. But I think if you surround yourself in things that you enjoy, you have like that thing. Like if I go to yoga and someone else likes yoga, we have something to talk about. You know.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like at the gym, it's so easy to make friends at the gym because they're like showing you some pointers, and then you have something in common. You know, like a goal.
Because for me, like I agree with you guys about like you can make new friends, especially if it's like a similar hobby that you have. But I have noticed though, when you make friends when you're older, there's always some sort of stipulation in the background of like, oh, it's because I think you're cute, or it's because I want something from you, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's never really on some genuine stuff. It's very rare for me to find that a little bit.
A genuine friendship is
Hard to
very
come
different.
by.
Like, okay, so the way that I see it is like a multi-year type of friendship, because I've talked about this a lot, but it's more of like there's a time and place for friendships to exist.
Well, like I'm the type to not really be around my friends, but they know like I'm very supportive for them, and I'll come around in important.
But that's
like,
probably friends that you've made a long time ago, right? Like there's certain friends that stick with you, and then there's certain that they don't. You know?
Wait, now I have a question though. Wait, speaking on the friends topic, can you guys be friends with your exes?
I tried, but I mean, I just grew a lot of resentment. You know, like
What?
not resentment, but like just thinking about like damn, like we could have been good like this instead of just wasting our time.
Yeah, there's thoughts
like,
that come with being friends with your ex. So I feel like that takes a really big toll on the friendship.
Yeah.
Have you tried it before?
I've tried. You guys know Isaac. Like, we were on and off, and every time we were off, like we were friends, and we were always close, and that made it really hard because then I'd get confused, like, are we gonna get back together or not? You know?
I didn't expect us to get together because I already knew their mindset. You know, like she already told me like what she wanted to end up with. You know. And she said she wanted a husband. You feel me? So that was like an excuse. You know.
Yeah, I think now I
That's
can't do that.
A hard ass like, because that's something that you can't give someone. Like in that, you know.
Yeah. Once she told me and we talked about it, like I felt like damn, like you wasted my time. If you knew that you wanted a husband at the end of the day, you could have just broke it off with me instead of wasting my time.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, I don't know why she wanted me to be around. You know, like it was just weird. Like
That's wild.
Wait, speaking on that, Kayla, since you're bi and stuff, so like you said you don't have a type, right?
Okay, when it comes to women, I don't have a type, but I feel like I just go more toward like femme. Yeah.
Okay, so you wouldn't date a mask then?
I'd be open to it, but there's like a lot of icks that come with that because I'm like femme myself, so like I can like if I'm with another femme, like we have something in common. But like I don't know, there's just like what is that? I can't really describe it.
Do you remember how that saying is like, why does it's not a saying, but you know that concept of basically like a straight girl dating a mask that looks like a man, and like people would always be like, well, why don't you just date a boy?
That's what I think. Like that's low-key what's in my head, I guess, when I think about that. I don't know, like I'm open to it, but it's never been like an opportunity of mine. I never got that chance, you know, to like really venture out to a mask, you know.
No, it's just because like I remember like a lot of people having that debate of like, oh, so like you're a girl, right? So then why aren't you dating a boy if you're dating someone that you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's like a lot of like very like I don't know, like stereotypical like what people think is like about masked people in general is like if you're dating someone's masked, like, oh well, like why don't you date a man?
And I feel like a lot of masked women don't really gravitate like you were saying earlier, like how you guys wouldn't date a bi woman. Like I feel like not like I don't have that opportunity because not a lot of masked women would come after me, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Especially being
Damn.
bi.
Especially being bi, yeah.
Especially being bi, because you're like,
So it's easier for me.
I don't want to
like,
go down that road.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it also depends too on, because I'm pretty sure this is like a psychological thing of like everyone is gay to a certain extent. It's just a percentage of what you are, right? And so on your scale, right, from 1 through 10, where do you think, 10 being super gay and 1 being super straight, where do you think you lie on the bi spectrum? If you were to put, if you lean more towards men, or if you lean towards,
What's the 1 and what's the 10?
yeah, 10 would be women and 1 would be men.
I think a good 7.
A 7?
Yeah, but like because I haven't like been able to venture out much, it's much easier for me to like have a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I'm open. Like I notice I gravitate a lot toward women.
Okay, yeah, no, just because like I feel like on a spectrum too. Like I would say, from if I were to like whatever put myself on a number, I would say that I'm a 9, more towards women.
What's that
Maybe
1
an
though?
8.
What makes you like kind of question?
Just
I know. I'm like, what's that?
What's that? When you said that, I just saw you start looking like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
You like the
okay.
pepe? The pee-pee? That's my pee-pee.
Okay.
I was like, since when?
No, well, like I find let's be real. I find some guys attractive, and
Oh yeah, you can find them handsome.
right, just like how
Yeah.
like a straight girl can find a girl handsome. I do find them attractive, but then also there's that like underlying like, oh, me and this guy have a lot of mutual what is it called, interest. They have a lot of mutual interest, and that's why like I feel like a lot of guys like me is because I have a lot of mutual interest with guys, and I'm not fully masked. I'm a STEM, you know what I'm saying? So I still look feminine and I have mutual interest, right? And so that's why I say like sometimes it's hard to distinguish whether if I like them as a friend or if I like them because we have mutual interest. So it's hard to distinguish those two. So I would say that's like that 1% is like I have a lot of mutual interest with guys, but then it's more of a friend level. There's this threshold that doesn't surpass the more than friends button for me.
But you'll find them attractive.
I'll find them attractive and we'll have mutual interest, but as far as going over that threshold,
Sexual interaction.
there's no sexual in like for me. It's not there, and that's that 1 though. But that's pretty much it.
What about you?
Like 1 through 10.
1 through 10. She said 10.
But 1 through 10? What is your scale then?
We said 1 was being straight and then 10 is being gay.
Being gay, yeah.
I think mine's like an 8.
An 8, and what is that 2?
The 2% is like social, what is it called? Basically like the expectation of being like growing up of like you being with a man. I think that was like growing up and like realizing that wasn't for me. Just because like sexually I wasn't really like ever, that wasn't it for me. I didn't feel that type of connection. I felt like it was something that was forced and that's something that I had to do. Not something that I
because
wanted
of like
to do.
social norms type of thing.
Yes, that's what I was
so
thinking
that's
more.
why there's a 2. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Dude, you know what's crazy is that sometimes our grandma still be saying like
She said it in front of me one time.
That
Yeah.
that's I can see how that's hurtful. Like her just hoping that it's not real. She just can't.
She
believe
literally
it.
said it in front of me
She
one
said
time.
it at the wedding.
She was
What
like,
wedding?
oh, she was like, you don't need a man.
At your wedding.
at my wedding.
No, she said something along the lines of like, I hope God can still bless them. You know, like just in disbelief.
Yeah, no, there. She be throwing like jabs like that still,
Yeah.
and she'll still be like, you don't want like a
man
like
to
a
take care of you?
man to take care of me.
It's because they're so used to that old school stuff. Like they
Yeah.
don't know that it's what we feel, not
Yeah.
like the old. Like you know. Like,
You know what's crazy though is sometimes when I come over or whatever, she'll be like, oh, like, do you want to take some home for your honey? And then she'll start like laughing, like condescendingly, and I'm just like, bro, like I'm just gonna,
like,
like
she's not used to it. Like it's
And that's why we
uncomfortable.
not a man.
no, that's not what we're
That's a little bit.
No, it's not, bro. But like, that's why I'm just kind of like, bro, like you're old. I understand the age group that you come. That's why I don't really get offended, because it's like, no, I understand where you come from, and I understand. You know, it's crazy because like I feel like back in the day, like a lot of people would be like, I just want you not to. I feel like a lot of it is concern of why they want us to be, because they know that once we choose this life path, it's gonna get harder. Well, in her eyes, that's what she
Because
thinks,
it was
is that
harder
it's
back
gonna get
then.
harder.
Or
Yeah.
maybe because it's like for protection. Like
Yeah,
they
they
don't want
should
us
be a
to
little
get
scared.
embarrassed by other people. You know, or what they.
Or treated very differently.
Yeah,
like,
but it's so
aggressive.
annoying because like, you know how it's very like, I feel like open now,
Yeah.
and then like if like, say if another Filipino lady is talking about someone being like that, she's like, my granddaughter too, and I'm like, bro, now you want to switch up, huh?
No,
Now you want to switch up.
I think my mom, she's very comfortable with me being gay. Like she was happy when I came out. Even my dad's like, oh, like I knew you were gay. You know, like, you know, but like they were so supportive and stuff. And people would like at family parties and shit. They would be like, oh, like you have another son, or like you know, like being disrespectful. And my mom's all, no, that's my daughter.
It wasn't out of like curiosity, or they were saying it
No,
like condescending way.
yeah, like, and then like being gay was like something, and my mom's all, she's a girl, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and like that's what I liked about my mom.
That's
'cause
good that they stood up for you.
Yeah, that my mom stands up for me. Like even when we went to San Francisco, I went to the restroom in the airport, and like I dressed like a guy, and you know how old people assume that you're, you know. I walked in, and she kept like a lady kept on like looking,
Yeah.
and my mom's all, she's a girl, okay. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so uncomfortable for me to go out in public when I go to the restroom, because I don't want to like put up with that, because it's gonna just piss me off. Like they should already know my face, like, you know, like it's not like manly.
Wait,
you know? Like,
I have something to share.
Yeah.
Wait,
Go.
I
Wait,
feel like the
go ahead.
reason. Huh?
Go ahead. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
I feel like the reason why Nanang probably like kind of projects that onto you guys is because I don't know if my mom shared this with Nanang or if Nanang experienced it, but my mom was in a lesbian relationship.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Wait,
because
when?
my mom
she's
when
talking about that before
Yeah.
with us.
Who? No, I don't remember. Wait, what?
it was like when my mom was like starting to talk to my dad, she was still like kind of with or like on and off with the girl.
Yeah.
So I feel like if Nanang knew about that, I don't know if she knows or not, but if she did, I feel like because she had to see that, or I don't know if any like aggression happened toward my mom, she probably feels like a little more protective of you because you're her grandchild.
yeah.
Interesting. Well, what about you? Did you ever have to come out, or you haven't even said anything like that?
I think it's so natural now, huh?
I didn't get the chance to do it myself.
What the hell does that mean? Someone told?
No, so my dad used to do like weekly raids in my room. Yeah, so he would go through my shit, and there was one Polaroid I have of my me and my friend kissing, and she's a girl. Like, and she was masked, you know, like, or STEM.
Oh, okay.
So it was a picture of that, and then he also saw like a receipt for condoms, but like the condoms were just like for like we would fill them up with water and shit, you know, like we just you know? But he thought like I was doing some stuff, right? And with her, the kiss was more like a friendly kiss, like it was just like for a picture, right? We took it for the Polaroid, and he saw it, and so after that, like I didn't get the chance to come out to them, but they knew. Like I told them straight up, like, you know, I'm bi, and then ever since I did that, like I was forced to go to church a lot.
Yeah, crazy.
Forcing people to go to church, I don't know.
I don't know what that does, bro.
That didn't do shit for me.
Yeah, no, I know.
Be more gay.
Can okay, I'm gonna ask you something, because I've seen your progression of you being like femme to like mask, and I feel like every mask person has gone through this phase where they keep their ponytail. So like
I had that point.
you would not let that go, and then you finally got it, and I was like, finally, bro.
I know.
Can you kind of explain the transition from you, like, because I remember like even back like growing up, like you were still wearing like the skinny, like the girl skinny jeans and like girl clothes, but it was more mask. When did that transition happen to like wearing the girl clothes to like wearing man clothes and then cutting off the hair? And then afterwards, how did you feel? Like, I want to know how that felt for you to be like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it takes a lot of like kind of courage in a way to cut your hair off. Because sometimes I think about it, I'm like, would I cut my hair off?
Because people
and
judge
I'm like,
and
no.
stuff.
Yeah, because I know being masked is completely different, because you're judged on a different level compared to like a STEM. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, like it was just hard for me to let go of that ponytail, because I was like, I don't want to. It was a lot to cut the hair. That's why.
I know.
That's
You had long hair too, no?
Yeah, it was a big step for me. and I just wanted to know if I was comfortable with being out.
Did you go full short, or was it like?
Yeah,
You went full short.
I went straight. I chopped. The story was that my friend, she was working at like a kind of like a Milan institute, like cosmetology, and she was like doing hair, and it was supposed to just be a trim. But
She said
she ended up giving me like a whole fade with scissors. Yeah, and my mom was with me at the time, and like that's really like when I first came out and stuff, and I was really wearing more men clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, fuck it, like it's like something new, and I didn't look in the mirror for it was like an hour, like the haircut.
But like it happening, did that like give you some kind of like empowerment though?
Yeah, like I was like, okay, like it's confidence, like you know, I feel more myself.
Yeah.
Like I even thought about like like I was like, damn, like I need to change my style. Like it gave me confidence. Like,
but also too, isn't it kind of like scary to think, oh, like now, like it's like when you cut the ponytail, I feel like it's like a like, oh, now I'm gonna embrace this new me.
I was scared because I would look in the mirror before that haircut. I would look in the mirror and be like, I wonder if I would look good like with a fade.
Yeah.
Because like I'm so used to looking at myself with a freaking ponytail.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know if it would fit. It would be my character. You know?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I was like, damn, like I feel more comfortable. Like I feel like I should fix up my style because I feel like I look better.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So then I have another question on that. Is like, have you ever thought about like changing? Like,
you know what? I did think about changing, like transitioning. But in my head, I was like, I feel so comfortable being a woman. And that's what I want to be. Like I'm not. I don't give myself a label. I'm like I'm a woman at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's just my clothes, you know.
Yeah.
And what I like, but that's it. Like I don't know
what
why
about the
people,
boob
put
part?
labels. Honestly, I don't care because I'm freaking flat chested.
Okay.
There's no difference.
No.
Like I know people have surgery and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and I never thought about that because I'm very like comfortable with being natural, like naturally myself. You know. Yeah.
Okay. So, but it has come to mind though.
Yeah, but then I was like, in the end of the day, I was like, that's not me. Like I feel like that's like
You don't feel like you're something else than what you are.
I don't
it's
feel
just
like
the way
I'm a
you want
man.
to present yourself.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm a man. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that. That's very interesting.
I feel like I can do man things, but I'm not like gonna label myself, like put myself above a man, you know, like.
I feel that because once it comes down to it, if they're trying to fight you, I'll be like, look, man, you can't.
I squat when I pee.
Yeah, for real.
I'm a woman. I'm a lady.
But we're reaching an hour unless you guys have one more question.
Ooh, this one's super random.
Okay, that's fine. We can add some like or whatever.
Have you ever had to experience like a paranormal experience? Like, have you ever experienced that? Like, do you believe in ghosts?
I believe in ghosts.
Yeah, I believe in. But
did you talk about
this? Is
Did
like,
you talk about what you saw like previously in the other spooky like Halloween?
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've talked about another instance before. I'll tell you guys afterwards. But another instance that I've had is, I don't know if this. Oh, okay. So me, we used to. The thing is, growing up, is we used to cruise around. I don't know if you guys ever did that. So I used to cruise around with my aunt and my uncle, and sometimes my cousins, and it would be like 2 a.m, like night drives. We would always drive around. And there was one time we were up in the mountains and we passed by a cemetery and the car turned off and then it turned back on once we passed the cemetery.
Oh my god. That's freaky. Like you guys were driving, it just stopped.
It just stopped. And then right when we passed it, like literally the car radio, it like turned off and we were like, wait, what the hell? And then the car turned off and we were just like, bro, what the hell?
Oh, that's spooky.
And you guys were just rolling.
And we were just rolling. And then right when we passed the cemetery, the car turned back on.
Did the radio sound weird?
I don't remember.
Like, did it just fully shut off or did it slow down?
It like slowed down and then it turned off. Like the whole thing turned off and we were just like, what? And then when it turned back on, like the music came back on and I was like, oh hell no, bro. But we were listening to Tupac.
Oh my god.
Bro, so it was like I don't know, bro. It was just so funny, but like it was like 2 a.m, probably 3, 2 to 3 a.m, and we were cruising around and the car just turned off and we were by a cemetery and I was like,
No.
Have you guys experienced it?
No. I mean, I've experienced sleep paralysis.
Me
That's
too.
It. That's the
That's-
closest.
Me too,
I've
that's
never
really
had
scary.
that, bro. Hey, Kayla thinks she got pregnant by
Hey,
an
this is-
alien.
What the hell? You can't be
Ain't
throwing that on-
species. You know
Oh.
the movie?
Sorry.
Some intergalactic ass
Hell,
babies.
It's not like that.
Yo, be real.
I don't
though.
know if I want to like throw this out there, but I guess so. It's not that I don't know. It was a really weird experience. We were in LA. I was low key like starting to like open my mind about like just being more aware of what's going on in the world, and just just being open, I guess, to like different things that were going on. And I literally was looking at her, lights were on, I fell asleep. I woke up, lights were behind me. I couldn't move my body. It was like sleep paralysis, which I've had before, but usually it's like demonic figures, like black figures that are on top of me. Like I've never had it with the lights behind me. So that's what had happened. And
Wait, so when you get sleep paralysis, you see something?
yeah, black demonic figures on top of you.
I've only had one instance of sleep paralysis, and I'm a stomach sleeper, so I think I was more anxious because I couldn't see shit. So I was like, I was aware and I was looking around, but I can't turn my neck. Oh my god, that shit's.
But
spooky.
yeah.
Have you ever had those dreams when you're like trying to punch someone, you can't freaking punch them as hard as you can, and you're just like,
It's like soft.
it's like soft, and you're trying to like knock them the fuck out, and you're
Like,
just
you're
like,
swinging.
bro, have you ever had that? Dude, that shit fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I'll be in my dream like, what the
I
fuck?
have it all the time.
Damn it! Then you know it's a dream.
Like,
Yeah.
what am I doing? It feels like your body's moving though. Nah.
Okay, can I ask one more question? I'm gonna ask one more
Yeah, go
question.
ahead.
Have you guys ever nutted in your sleep?
Yes.
What?
I've
Yeah.
nutted in my sleep multiple times.
Wow.
I've only ever like either woke up crying or laughing, but never that.
Bruh, it's crazy.
Is it great? Is it good? Like
It's good. It's great. I'm just like, oh my god, no, I'm not doing nothing.
that's crazy.
It's a mind control.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah, no, that was just hella random because like I've experienced it, she's experienced it. I just want to know if y'all have ever experienced
yeah.
it.
Like, what's that like though? Waking up to that,
Like you literally, I don't know. I mean,
just
sometimes
wake up happy.
Sometimes you don't wake up when it happens. You wake
Yeah,
up
like
after.
sometimes you're sleeping and then you just like wake up and you're like,
That's crazy.
got a shower.
Wait, so you like
What?
You're like playing
like-
with yourself.
I know, like my hands will be like up here, like it just.
It's like it's like whatever. I don't know.
Brain, mind, I don't
Yeah,
know,
I
bro.
don't know.
I don't know. It's happened before. I just need to know if y'all have ever experienced that. Please comment down below. Is it considered a wet dream, or is a wet dream when you're pissing in your sleep?
A wet dream is a wet dream. It means that you're coming into your sleep.
Oh.
Okay, see, you know in 50 First Dates when he's like, oh, he keeps having wet dreams?
Yeah.
Why is that a bad thing then? That's a great thing.
Because you get crusty.
They always crusty anyway. Whatever. All right, guys, we're reaching an hour 7, so we're gonna probably end the podcast here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Their socials will be linked down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next episode. All right,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.